Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tet for Thoughts Past the Salt
You
podcast
almost messed
being
it up.
recorded
You almost
live
messed it
on
up.
January 29th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Taylor, and this week I'm, of course, joined by...
Matthew Garcia, the other host here, and hopefully the void does not suck at me today.
Off
I
to a great
noticed-
start.
Was the void sucking me away?
Just for one word.
Oh, great. Was it when I said void?
Yes. You honestly could not have scripted that better. It was pretty good.
I try. This is
Right?
all scripted. Everything's pre-recorded and edited, I swear.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. But that was well done. Well done. I like it. How have you been doing this week?
I've been doing pretty okay. No really new hardware news. Just planning kind of the move, because we're gonna be moving soon into kind of a
Yeah,
studio house.
It's gonna be about a month, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, if things go well.
That gives us a month to save up for IKEA.
Right? Exactly. To be expensive.
It's gonna be very expensive.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be pretty.
Nope. Anyway, future financial risks aside, remember we are not a financial podcast, contrary to last week's episode. What have you been up to this past week?
Many episodes. I have mainly been gaming wise. I've been mainly been playing a little bit of Halo, a little bit of Minecraft. Complete opposites there.
Right.
Outside of that, just been trying to going through work right now. That's I'm hitting a phase point with my work where I'm gonna be shifting to a different aspect of learning. Still in the training process. It takes about 3 or 4 months before you really hit stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And planning out the move, things I want to buy from IKEA. I know I have my monochrome set up, my black and white. I might want to change it up when we move to the new house, depending on like the space that we have.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might want to get like one of those light bamboo wood desks or something.
See, I'm the opposite. If I change it from the monochrome, it's gonna be one of those nice, deep, dark walnuts.
Okay. See, just as I think
love me
the lighter
some black
color would go
walnut.
better with my stuff now.
I mean, to be fair, the black just helps accentuate everything else.
That is true.
So,
Yeah. All right. Well, I just will have to see what they got.
yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, if I did go to a walnut, because I know my PC case is black and white as well,
Mhm.
what I would want to do is get like a vinyl wrap for the white part,
Okay.
like a matching black walnut type thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Alternatively, do a full wood PC build.
Oh God, no. I like my little tiny PC. The issue is if I did a wood build, I'd be having a lot more compromise in terms of structure with that.
Yeah.
So I'd rather just vinyl wrap what I currently have. Because
Gotcha.
I think my case looks good. I like it. It's very efficient for its size in terms of what it has packed into that bad boy.
Yes.
But that will be coming soon.
Mhm.
If I do make that move. Really, like I said, depends on the amount of space and whatnot the given house does have.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
We have not quite seen it yet, so.
Yeah,
Pretty
that
soon.
will be happening soon, TM.
Yeah, soon. All
Okay.
right. Anyway, housekeeping stuff before we jump right into the news. Let's see. This is our YouTube channel. Hello and welcome. If you're new here, we record this podcast every 1 p.m. Arizona time. So yeah, catch it live. If you're here now, you are in fact catching it live. But we try to upload tech-related videos twice a week, kind of grow the channel. So if you like what you see, leave a comment, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, hit that notification bell, etc. And if you want to follow us on other platforms, our 2 other main platforms are Instagram at tet_for_thought and at Twitter at tet_4_thought. So I think that does it for the housekeeping stuff.
The membership.
Oh, yes. If you'd really like to support us, then for a small nominal fee of $4.99 a month that we get a portion of, and YouTube takes a portion of as well, you can support us by becoming a member. And that lets you unlock exclusive emojis to use in our live stream chat, as well as a membership badge so you can let everyone know you are supporting the channel. And the membership badge only gets better over time. The longer you subscribe, the higher a tier. So you have proof of support.
And you get some dope emojis featuring our mascot. I still have not made a void emoji.
Damn.
I've
Okay.
been in terms of priorities on the channel, that has been pushed to the back burner. Let's just say that much.
That's fair.
We have been focusing on trying to get better both with our content, thumbnail, like basically all around.
Yeah.
I think we made a good leap last week with our for the past couple weeks in terms of thumbnails and the video quality itself.
Yes. As well as working out
Next,
like sort of a production pipeline and everything to adhere to as much as possible.
yes, working on a production pipeline as well as that will be shifting with the new location. Hopefully, we can pump out at least a little bit more. At least one more video a week wouldn't be bad.
Right.
But I'd be outside of that. I mean, starting to try to drum up some stuff with social media, figuring out a game plan for that.
Mm-hmm.
More to come in the future on that. Haven't exactly ironed it all out just yet, but hey, we'll see. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
As well as just trying to run some numbers when it comes to SEO and all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get better at that aspect.
Yes, as well as bringing on a social media manager, essentially.
Yeah, let's call him that.
Let's go with that.
I like to call him the media monkey.
He might have some opposition to that. Why not just like the media kangaroo or like koala or something? I don't know.
The alliteration.
Yeah. Okay, fair
That's
enough.
why.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so before we jump into the news, I'm going to go ahead and take a hydration check. Okay. Now that we are sufficient...
I am very LTT themed today, apparently.
Yeah, which is weird because we're about to...
Shit all over it. Specifically, if you notice in the background with the pillow, I've made his eyes red.
That's what that is.
Yes.
And, oh, hold on. Very well-prepared stream.
What do you mean very well prepared? Oh, you didn't have the window ready to capture?
There we go. Nice. I just had to change over the property. All right. So, you might have heard about this if you frequent /G, which is the technology board on 4chan, or r/PC Master Race, or some other places of the internet. First story of today is Linus Sebastian of LTT fame, Linus Tech Tips, probably one of the biggest YouTube tech channels. Well, in fact, one of the biggest YouTube tech channels, surpassed only by like NKBHD. And welcome back, Oleander Rainbow. No problem. Always welcome to see you back here and whatnot.
Yeah, we
are just getting started. We are kind of late.
We're a little bit late on that part and whatnot, just trying to get things organized. You honestly haven't missed much. We're just diving into our first news topic about Linus Sebastian from the famed Linus Tech Tips.
Yeah.
Having a really shit take on Twitter.
Yeah, which I swear one of his business managers, like business people, like that he has at the company, needs to take away his social media privileges or something. Just because. And I know he doesn't drink, but a lot of these late night bad takes that he happens on Twitter kind of. I'm not implying it. I'm just saying it's like you would think he would, but
he's doing cocaine. That's what he's doing.
No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
It's a joke.
I know. I wouldn't delve into
drug use.
Yeah, I wouldn't even begin to imply.
Oh, geez, what did he say? Well, what did he say, Tylams?
All right, so this all started when he posted a tweet of talking with a pie chart of how LTT makes money. They like to do this every year, either in the form of a video or the form of like something like this, a graph or something that they release, breaking down the revenue streams. So you can see, you can kind of see that for Linus Media Group, 2021 revenue. In-video sponsor spots, 21%. YouTube AdSense, 18%. Merchandise, 32%, which is a technical majority. Of sponsored projects, 14%. Facebook ads 2%, other affiliates slash ads 5%, or I'm sorry, yeah, no, that is 5%. We're good. I was reading that correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Other revenue 1%, Amazon associate links 3%, Floatplane, which is their own subscription video service, 4%. So yeah, that's basically their whole revenue stream. Obviously merchandise makes up a whole lot of it,
Yeah.
and yeah,
LTCSport.com.
right. Some people were discussing. Some people were
I have
discussing.
no idea why I would say that.
Yeah, that they were kind of surprised given everything that's happened over the years with YouTube AdSense, both the adpocalypse as well as just in general over the years.
It's not finance. Well, it's semi-finance related. It's just we'll get there when we get there.
Yeah. And some people in the Twitter thread expressed kind of surprise, because of the adpocalypse or because just over the years the YouTube Partner Program has paid out less and less. They've given less and less value to people. That AdSense was still so much of like LMG's Linus Media Group's revenue stream. And so to be specific here, AdSense is the videos or like the video ads that may or may not be skippable before the actual video plays. It's separate than the in-video sponsor spot. The in-video sponsor spot might be like Linus in the video itself saying, our sponsor, Ridge Wallet, or whatever it might be for.
With this, it's more YouTube presenting the ads, whether it be unskippable, skippables, banners, or whatever. It's YouTube specifically pushing those versus in video, which is like, Ridge Wallet, NordVPN, all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So with everything still going on, just from YouTube alone, they're still making about 18, roughly a fifth of their profit, on gross profits from that.
Yes, which is pretty good. And when you get the viewership he does on every video, that kind of made sense.
Yeah, like 1 million plus.
Yeah. But then Kirk Lau, it's his Twitter name, so I'm not going to feel bad for going out his name or anything, says, wow, didn't imagine AdSense to be 1/5 of your income. Now I feel like a jerk being lazy and not customizing my ad blocker. And now here's the tweet in question that sent off the storm. Online websites and creators are supported by ads. I thought this was pretty common knowledge, ? Which, if you end a statement with a question mark, you're kind of a dick, but...
This is why I never assume anything to be common knowledge, because if you just treat like a gift... Hey, Steven, how you doing?
Hello,
Got a
Steven.
nice smiley face there. If you just assume things are like common knowledge like this, it's very presumptuous, especially when you're in the industry. It's like you live and breathe this lifestyle.
Yeah.
Others don't. Vast majority of people don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So monetizing via YouTube or sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends, those wireless earbuds. You mean Raycons? The everyday earbud that's disrupting the music industry? Not sponsored, by the way. It was co-developed by Ray J.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I know. They actually suck. I've heard Raycons are actually not very good.
I've heard that as well. I would love to actually buy a set and just... Void?
You're good.
Oh, am I here?
Yeah.
Cool. I was going to say, I would actually love to buy a pair of Raycons and just do like a review on those.
Yeah.
Just for like to actually see what they're about.
Going back to the common knowledge question and everything, one professor once explained it to me really well in university, because this one girl in my class asked, where do you draw the line for common knowledge and not? And at least in academic writing, it's basically anything that someone will take you up on. Like, for example, it was for example, you don't need to cite that, you don't need to necessarily cite that it's Japan attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7th, 1941 or whatever, because no one will probably take you up on that, debate you on that. But you might need to cite, how many people died, how many Americans died, how many Japanese died in the attack, etc. Because people might argue those statistics.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Never.
Do you want to finish your thought, then finish the quote? We can go for it.
Yes. Okay. I'm done with the thought. So anyway, I thought that was pretty common knowledge. And then ad blocking is the exact same thing as piracy. Literally the exact same thing. People will still do it, and I've been guilty of it at times, but we just need to be aware of the impact.
Yarr, fiddly-dee. It's a pirate life for me.
All right, so for starters, Well, just before we give opinion, objectively, he's wrong, and here's why. Piracy is actually a somewhat specific legal term, of which
Mhm.
multiple high courts, at least in the United States, and it would stand to reason
Around
that
the
it,
world.
yeah, around the world, piracy has to constitute some degree of copyright infringement for it to be considered piracy, especially when it comes to digital media.
Hmm.
And they have also ruled that ad blockers do not constitute piracy. So, objectively, it is an incorrect term to describe what is going on.
And as he usually does with these nuclear takes, what he does is he'll post something like this, then go onto the WAN show and give his explanation. He even admitted piracy wasn't the right term, and they settled on leeching, which is a more accurate
Yeah, which
term.
is like that's the term you use if you like torrent stuff and everything, for whatever
Yeah.
reason, because torrents do serve a purpose besides just sailing the high seas. Um, it's like that's the term used in torrenting when it's like when you download more than you upload of a torrent, you're leeching.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that would have been a more appropriate term. You're leeching. Still a little bit of a negative connotation to it, but it's not nearly as bad as saying piracy because you're implying something that's illegal. So you're saying people that are watching your videos with ad block are doing something illegal.
Yeah. With it as well, he did also, if you want to scroll down a bit and go to the part where he talks about Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
He says, why not encourage everyone to torrent Stranger Things rather than subscribing to Netflix and then buy a T-shirt of Stranger Things or buy a Stranger Things themed logo or set or a T-shirt? You see, now it's literally the exact same thing. It's not though. You have like with like Netflix, for example, to be able to even access it, you are given a you're given a transaction. As he said, there's a transaction that you're bypassing. The issue with YouTube, because it's a free and open platform, you don't have to agree to anything. You could just go onto the page and watch something and not agree to anything.
Right, exactly. And it's like, what
It's
is that to say about like smaller creators who aren't monetized? Like very small creators that aren't monetized or don't have like ads or something because they don't care
Yeah,
about AdSense or something.
anybody sub thousand pretty
Yeah.
much.
Are you just like, so what? Their stuff is free, but yours isn't, or something? I don't think that's necessarily. It's
Yeah,
not necessarily. So
and
yeah, the
it
difference with
it
this comparison is that it's a false equivalency because there's an inherent transaction that's taking place with that.
yeah.
It's a price of admission, and there is no price of admission to YouTube.
And the price of admission is presented to you before you access the given content.
Hmm.
On YouTube, that content can be accessed without agreeing to anything.
Yeah.
So you don't have to agree to anything, have ad blocker on and go on there. It's perfectly normal.
Right. Ad blocking is essentially the equivalent of changing a channel on a radio or a TV when it has annoying ads or PSAs. I do it all the time. There's this one really stupid commercial that comes on the radio. It's Cars for Kids or whatever. Has this really annoying jingle. As soon as I hear the first like beats to it, radio instantly goes off. It's on mute until commercial's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, hate that commercial so much. But anyway, and it's like
Yeah.
it's hilarious that this was tweeted the day before International Online Privacy Day or something, because,
Mhm.
and there are many legitimate reasons to add an ad block, to have an ad block, especially because, it helps. It's another piece of the puzzle when it comes to online privacy, because it reduces the amount of like tracking ads give to you, especially Google AdSense,
Mhm.
because Google AdSense isn't just on YouTube. It's on
It's like
practically every website you might visit.
it's
So,
like 30% of websites have some form of Google AdSense.
right.
And it and that's just like that's definitely makes up the bigger the website, the more often it will use Google AdSense because it's super easy to hook up, and it's easy to manage. Like Google has done a good job with AdSense. I'll give them that.
Mhm. But ads have only gotten more and more privacy invasive in the sense of how
Yeah.
elaborate their trackers are across the sites. And so,
Hmm.
yeah, people just aren't into it. I will always advocate people, using like a VPN as well as an ad blocker in order to, get around that sort of thing, reclaim some of their privacy, you know? So there are many legitimate reasons to use an ad blocker. And you shouldn't necessarily turn it off just for one site because that still defeats the principle of stopping AdSense from tracking you.
Yeah. Oleander says, I'm on mobile, so I can't have ad blocker. Linus, even if I was into your content, I'm not into it now because of that dumb take. I'm out of curiosity, Oleander. Do you watch the rest of our videos?
Just wondering. Interesting. Aim you fans
1080
right up. 1080
Scholium.
squill.
1080 Scholium. Scholium, I love the bubble bowl with Scholium. It's hilarious.
Is that a
Best
SpongeBob
episode.
thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Scholium is a SpongeBob thing. He is like, take Squidward, make him more pompous but successful in basically everything he does, and you have Squilliam.
My God, he sounds like a dick.
Hey, he's amazing.
Sometimes. Why do you ask? Oh, just wondering.
Yeah,
It was just
genuine
legitimately wondering.
curiosity.
Yeah. We appreciate the support. And then he goes on to say how it's like, Linus, back to the Twitter thread, if you have premium, YouTube premium, which is $9.99 a month, there are no ads to block because you can pay YouTube that nominal fee and everything, and then they don't run you don't see AdSense ads, everything on YouTube. And in terms of the other features, like you can play videos with your phone.
$12.99 a month.
Huh?
Or $12 a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure on the pricing structure of that because mine is bundled in with Google One because I use Google Drive for storage. And anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. So there, you don't see ads. If you're on mobile, you can play YouTube videos with your screen off, which is super useful if you're listening to like a music compilation or something, and you can save a little bit of battery and data and whatnot by doing that. So that's super useful. And how that works is if you view a YouTube video with AdSense, if you use or it's like if you use if you watch a video with AdSense on, but you're a YouTube Premium, you don't see the ad. But what YouTube does is like they take your watch time towards that creator and compensate them based on what you pay into YouTube Premium. So
Yeah, not only that, but for YouTube Premium as well, it gives a lot more to the creator than just general AdSense.
yeah,
Because it gives it like a cut of your specific subscription. So
Mhm.
that definitely it makes up much more than just YouTube alone. Scholium says, I love Chrome and Edge because they basically use the same ad block extension for YouTube and general web surfacing.
Yeah, any Chromium browser can run basically the same series of add-ons. Like I know Brave has its own ad block, which does really well. But like for Chrome, Edge, Firefox, even though it's not Chromium, Opera GX, and everything, you can run uBlock Origin. It's a really good ad blocker.
Yeah,
So
I have Ad Blocker Plus on mine.
ABP. That's
It works for me.
Yeah.
And one thing I like about it as well is you could it's technical enough where you could actually dive into the HTML text and tell it what to specifically block as well.
Yeah. Hashtag Brave Gang.
Brave Gang rise up.
So anyway, that's Linus's take.
It's
And
dog
besides
water,
being
bro.
like objectively wrong, the thing is like he doubles sometimes, or he triple dips on all of his videos in terms of like monetization because he has the AdSense. It's Oprah, not Oprah. Opera, not Oprah.
Opera, not
Okay.
Oprah.
Oh, the Oprah Winfrey browser. And you.
That's what I thought it was for the longest time
Okay.
when I was younger.
Yeah. You goof. All right, thank you. My bad.
I am a goof.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, he triple dips with monetization in his video, sometimes more if it's just a straight up sponsored video, because like
Mhm.
he has the AdSense ad running. I don't know if he does a mid video AdSense roll, or is it just beginning?
Nah, it's okay. A little bit of behind the scenes stuff. YouTube allows its creators to run ads as they wish on a video. They allow them to select the type of ads, whether it be skippable, unskippable in that aspect, as well as before, after, mid, and banners.
Mm-hmm.
We have full control of what we allow. What most creators do is they just flip everything on and let the train run.
Yeah, because that money trade.
That's money.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like how in the old days of like Twitch partner and everything, a lot of people when they would use the bathrooms, like a 2 or 3 minute break, they would just run ads that entire time, and they would make a bunch of money just for going to the bathroom.
Yeah. With that in comparison for larger channels like like Linus, for example, because they're more conscientious. I can't fucking say the word.
Conscientious.
Yes, conscientious. I can't say it. About their ads and what they do. They typically only do before and after ads, before the video, after the video. They don't do banners and they don't do mid rolls. That's because in the video themselves, they plug a given sponsor. Let's say Ridge Wallet, for example. We can use Ridge Wallet because Taylor uses Ridge Wallet, and he, you know, very, very nice.
It's a legitimately good wallet. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the second layer. The third layer is when he plugs lttstore.com stuff.
His direct merch store.
His direct merch store. That's the third layer. The fourth layer is when you go as far as to be a sponsored video. For example, when like Intel sponsors the $5,000 upgrades for the LTT employees and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fourth layer. That's a lot of money.
Right, that is. Yeah. So it's like an occasionally quadruple dip like that. And, you know, he's talking about this one revenue stream. Back in my day, we used Netscape.
I web surf using Oprah. You get an ad block. You get an ad block.
I wonder if you would get a free car for using the Oprah web browser.
Back in my day, we used Netscape. That's fair.
The iceberg of monetizing. Let's go. Yeah, we got a mini iceberg video here.
I didn't mean that to be an iceberg, but yeah, that's how it works on YouTube. And the pay in terms of YouTube versus in-video sponsors are typically very different depending on your viewership and as well as your audience. Because with that type of stuff, you for example, like tech channels and things like that, they tend not to bring a lot of money in through AdSense because their audience is typically smart enough to use ad blocker.
Right.
On the other hand, for channels some more niche stuff that's not very tech focused, that tends to be you get higher revenue per thousand because people just tend not to have ad block when viewing that type of content.
Right, exactly. So it's like you're like more like very normie channels and everything, like, you know, your cosmetic makeup channels and whatnot. Yeah. So
like those vlog style channels, they tend to bring in a lot more money because those channels viewers don't typically have ad block.
Right, exactly.
But on the contrary, with a audience like LDTs, their audience is very much more in tune with the in-ad videos or in-video ads, my bad, where they're the one presenting it, because those do rake in a lot of money.
Have you guys done an iceberg for web browsers? No, but that's a good idea.
That would be pretty funny.
Ooh, iceberg for programming languages. Okay, I'll close the iceberg talk. That's actually kind of on the docket, although it's a general sort of like comp sci concept iceberg. So it's very long, and I'm trying to like pare it down a little bit. That something like that might actually be the next iceberg video, either like a program language one or a comp sci iceberg. So
you have to plan that out a couple weeks in advance.
Yeah, exactly, and that's going to be a huge endeavor to write. But
have fun.
Yes, thank you. All right, and then talking about our channel for a little bit, right? Yes, we do have AdSense and everything, right? We do not make a whole lot of money off it. I don't believe we plan to make a whole lot of money off of it, because we would rather not censor ourselves with our writing or the jokes we might want to make in a video just to appease the ads and everything. We would much rather in the future use something like subjective brand value to leverage monetization. So, you know, in-video sponsors and everything like that, as opposed to AdSense and everything. And just in general, we would never advocate people to turn off their ad blocker just because of privacy. So
yeah. Hell no. Keep your ad blocker on. I could not care either way. I keep ad blocker on everything that I do. But like in terms of like if God bless us the day that we do manage to make it to be able to have in-video sponsors, one that I would love to work with, and a brand I personally love, Dbrand, because both they make amazing products and they're just as much as, you know, shit posters as we are. I think it'd be a combo made in heaven.
Susan, let our boys make weird jokes without you blowing a gasket. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't hold up that far. We don't hold ourselves that much on YouTube.
Right.
That far back from what we usually say. So
yeah. So yeah, that's sort of our stance on it, is that it's like we will not tailor our content to appease AdSense. That's kind of what it comes down to. Um,
Nah.
yeah. And then also, going back to Linus's stuff and everything, it's funny because Linus has done a video before where he talks about how to set up what's called a Raspberry Pi hole, which is basically a network attached Raspberry Pi that filters traffic and is like a network wide ad block. So that's pretty
Hmm.
cool. And they even poke fun at that in the video, stating about it's kind of weird how we're a channel that somewhat relies on AdSense to make money, and we're telling you how to block ads. But yeah, they
Yeah.
even kind of poke fun at that in the video, but it's all good.
They're at least self-aware of that much, but he needs to be better about the words that he uses,
Yes,
because the use of the word piracy has a lot of weight behind it.
yes,
That's a bat that the FBI can smack you with very hard.
yeah. That's a legal accusation.
Yeah.
Don't you remember those old like ads like you wouldn't download a car and whatnot? And then it's like if you watch like a DVD or like VHS or something, it's like the FBI has the giant wall of text saying $250,000 for the unlicensed commercial use or resale of this product, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
I mean, in actuality, you can download a car in STL files and print it out.
yeah, that is true. You can now download a car,
Oh, yes.
among many other things you can download. So, yeah, all right. Well, is there anything else we have to say about Linus's nuclear bad take?
I I think he has a little bit too much of a bubble going on around him, because like Luke is a good guy. He has good takes.
Yeah.
But I think he can be a little bit too much of a yes man at times.
Yeah.
Like one thing I appreciate about our friendship is we agree on a lot of things.
Is what?
We disagree on a lot of things.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we will call each other out. It's like, no, I hate that's a bad idea. That's a bad take.
Very much so.
Yeah, have that with all of our friends. I like that about all of my friendships. Yeah. So it's like, at the very least, if you have that opinion, you should probably be self-aware enough to not publicly say it, as to not alienate a lot of your viewer base.
Yeah.
So,
I'll have to say, Linus, you're hard for the D. It's the pirate life for me. I remember those ads. You want to download a gun?
well, you see. Anyway,
Anyways,
all right. Let's move on from.
energy quantum shit take hashtag I'm with Linus.
God.
Sure you are.
All
Sure.
Sure. Hashtag I stand with Linus.
Right.
Okay. All right.
On to that like actual news now.
Yeah,
instead of,
not
like,
social
drama
media
topic.
influencer drama. Yeah. You might have heard about NVIDIA wanting to acquire ARM, which is a big mobile architecture and everything
Who?
development firm based in the UK. And what's up?
Who?
Who? ARM? NVIDIA? ARM? No.
I don't know these names.
Yeah.
But
So back in
Yeah.
2020, NVIDIA announced that they were going to they were looking at acquiring ARM, which is again British technical firm that does most of the mobile architecture. So they do the mobile architecture that you find in Snapdragon, Apple's A chips, their M chips now, etc. So very huge company, worth a lot of money, so much so that NVIDIA was willing to pay $40 billion for their acquisition. And before last week, Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard for $70 billion. This was going to be the largest acquisition on record, but Microsoft blew NVIDIA out of the water with that. And $40 billion is still quite a bit of money. It would go down in the history books if it
yeah.
actually went through. But the deal faced much scrutiny from regulators both in the UK and the US, where NVIDIA and ARM, or I'm sorry, where ARM and NVIDIA are based respectively. So
Yeah.
let's go ahead
Yeah.
and what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. And that deal looks like it might fall through. NVIDIA to abandon ARM acquisition due to regulatory resistance coming to us from PC Mag.
I love PC Mag.
Yeah. NVIDIA is reportedly preparing to abandon its effort to buy ARM from SoftBank, which is a Japanese company, after the U.S. Federal Trade Commission sued to stop the $40 billion deal. NVIDIA has told company partners it doesn't expect the merger to close after all, according to a report from Bloomberg, which cites a source familiar with the matter. In response, SoftBank reportedly plans on listing ARM on the stock market through an IPO. NVIDIA didn't exactly deny Bloomberg's report. In a statement, the company said, "We continue to hold the views expressed in detail in our latest regulatory filings, that this transaction provides an opportunity to accelerate ARM and boost competition and innovation." It's a message that the company has reiterated to government regulators. However, both the FTC and European authorities have said they think that the NVIDIA-ARM merger would be bad for competition in the tech industry, citing ARM's outsized role in creating chip designs. ARM-based processors power numerous smartphones, laptops, car entertainment systems, and smart home products from a variety of vendors, including Apple, Samsung, and Nintendo. Hence, regulators are concerned that NVIDIA could use ARM to influence and undermine competition across the IT industry. FTC Bureau of Competition Director Holly Vidova said, "Tomorrow's technologies depend on preserving today's competitive, cutting-edge chip markets. This proposed deal would distort ARM's incentives in chip markets." And yeah,
Yeah.
so
A little bit is that yeah. There's a little
yeah,
bit at the end says FTC's lawsuit won't go on trial until August. In the meantime, both UK's Competition and Market Authority and regulators from the EU are also scrutinizing the merger and are expected to issue a decision on the matter in the coming months. If Nvidia does abandon its bid, the company warned in November it'll lose 1.25 billion on the down payment it made to acquire ARM.
oof.
Oleander says Nvidia is an independent woman who just wants to settle down.
All right.
Yeah. With not surprised. This seemed like
No, yeah,
it's coming from exactly who we thought it was going to come from. To be fair,
yes,
the EU.
yes. No, and the FTC, the U.S., the Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, well, I was expecting more of the EU to have issues with because they're usually much more sensitive about this type of stuff than the US is. Let's
Oh,
be
okay.
honest about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not surprised. I honestly don't think the merger will happen.
No, I don't think they will.
Yeah, at this point, it's the ship's almost just about gone.
Mm-hmm. It was always kind of doomed to fail, in all honesty.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I mean, I could definitely see why Nvidia wanted ARM because that's a big boost for them,
that's a
especially
big
having
market. Yeah.
that's a big market as well as just in general having a fabricator to
Mm-hmm.
be able to make chips.
Right.
They could get ARM to expand and make their own chips, so Nvidia can now host that in house, which would be nice for them.
Right. And also, I know SoftBank themselves were fairly excited to get rid of ARM because they wanted all that money because they were not doing too well. They were liquidating some assets. So that included selling off ARM at the time. But
Yeah,
yeah,
if the deals fall through, I could definitely see them trying to taking it and making it what is it?
public.
Public.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which, not a financial advisor, but.
but uh, I yeah
Okay.
I'd be interested in that. But
Do you think it's
when
merited? Like, do you think this does fall under antitrust?
well, I could see it falling under more anti-competitive than antitrust.
Okay. But do you think
That would
it
be
is merited, though?
at least for anti-competitive. Yeah, I could
Okay.
definitely see that.
Okay.
I see that argument more over antitrust because at least in the U.S., if it's a two competitors or three, one buys out the other, it's not necessarily considered antitrust because it's still a two people in the market,
Hmm.
unfortunately, at least.
Hmm.
It definitely falls under anti-competitive more because the given reasons in terms of, hey, they got partnerships with everybody else in the industry. If they buy them out, then they're just going to send them up the creek.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that matter.
Okay. But yeah,
How
I
about
think
you?
I think it's warranted either which way, either antitrust or anti-competitive, just because it would give NVIDIA too much control over their competitors. So, yeah. We aren't
Oh yeah,
financial people. Go talk to an accountant. Yeah, please do.
yeah.
Go find your local CPA. um,
We are not licensed in that field.
exactly. So, well,
Yeah.
just for the meme, get like a license to actually like be a licensed financial advisor. Just be like, I am a financial advisor, and you should. No,
No.
you would still have to qualify it just because part of that whole like thing is like people have to explicitly seek you out for advice. Yeah, so
So that, as well as if you start doing that, you have to do so many disclosures, as well as if you work for a company like, whatever, like an investment firm, and you start doing that stuff independently, your ass is both gonna get fined and fired
your ass
real
is grass
quick.
real quick.
Pretty much.
I get all my staunch advice from this stream. I'm broke AF.
Me too.
Me three. It's okay. I follow my own advice and I'm broke AF, okay?
My broke friend was telling me about some stock options, and it sounded really like he had confidence. It sounded really good, so I invested in it with him. We're both broke now.
It's pretty solid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good financial advice there. Yeah. Always
A
talk to.
month li a moth lives in my wallet. Top kick.
Okay. What's his name?
Hi, Scarlett. What are you doing, Doug? She's
Okay.
stirring right now.
Oh. Okay. Anything else to say about NVIDIA and fallen ARM?
No. It's a shame they're losing an arm.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
They're paraplegic now.
That divorce fee is the divorce fee is brutal.
The
1.25
mom's
billion.
name is Bob.
Okay. Well, say hi to
Respect.
Bob from all of us.
Oh. Well,
Okay.
speaking of like government agencies and regulating stuff and all that, you want to move on to our next topic?
I think so. Yeah, let's talk about someone who doesn't actually want to regulate something.
Well,
Well, okay, actually not ban
I
something.
was gonna say,
Not prevent
well,
something. Do you want to read this one?
yeah, I'll go for it. Hopefully, my internet holds up. We'll see.
Been pretty
So,
solid so far.
yeah, right. So coming from tomshardware.com, a report came in saying that Putin wants to tax cryptocurrency mining and not ban it.
Okay.
With it, cryptocurrency miners in Russia may have a new ally, President Vladimir Putin. Are you just making noises? Bloomberg today reported that Putin wants to tax and regulate cryptocurrency mining rather than banning the practice. We also have certain competitive advantages here, especially in a so-called mining. Putin reportedly said, "I mean the surplus of electricity as well as and well-trained personnel available in the country."
Fair enough.
Putin's stance appears to be more nuanced than assumed by Russia's central bank, which called for all cryptocurrencies to be outlawed. Oh, the central banks feel threatened, don't they?
Yes. It's not just a
Even
problem in the US, it's a problem everywhere that has a
yeah,
central
right.
bank independent from the government.
Yeah. Even as the Ministry of Finance argued in favor of regulating the digital money instead, Bloomberg said Putin has ordered the central banks and the ministry to reach an agreement. Regulating the crypto market and cryptocurrency mining has been a hot button issue around the world for last year. China banned mining for most of its provinces in early 2021, which prompted many of the country's mining operations to move to other countries or try to evade detection while they continue to mine. We could talk about something like that a bit.
Yeah.
But China displaced mining operations, mostly sent their rigs to the US, Canada, Kazakhstan, and Russia. The mitigation pushed Russia's share of Bitcoin mining industry from 7% in November 2020 to 11% in October 2021. According to the Cambridge Center of Alternative Finance, which puts the country in third place, Swedish regulators have called for cryptocurrency mining to be banned from their country too, and India has considered similar restrictions. But it hasn't all been doom and gloom. El Salvador has devoted itself to Bitcoin by using volcanic energy to mine the cryptocurrency, making it legal tender, and planning a full Bitcoin city. Putin seems to be somewhere between China and El Salvador. Bloomberg reported that he wants to confine mining to regions with a surplus of electricity, so the rules wouldn't be as permissive as they are now. But he also doesn't back a ban on the practice. Now it's up to the central bank and Ministry of Finance to walk the line.
What a
Big cost,
surprisingly libertarian right take from Putin.
right though?
Anyway.
More on that in a moment. But BitCluster co-founder I
Vitaly
can't say it.
Borshenko.
Thank you. Vitaly Borshenko reportedly told Bloomberg that Russia's government invited cryptocurrency miners to join a working group after the central bank published its report that most ministries and agencies are against radical measures. This is largely similar to the U.S. government's approach to cryptocurrency regulations. The country doesn't seem poised to limit mining, despite concerns about environmental impact, but it has been more strict about taxing the crypto industry and has considered even more stringent regulations in the past.
All right. Well, I, Rainbow says I'm indifferent to Putin, but at least he's not trying to ban crypto. Center lib
Shrug.
left, despite identifying as independent.
But I mean, it's to be fair, pretty good take.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Russia does have an excess of energy,
Yeah,
and they
and
definitely live in a climate that can support it.
yes, it's how the Russians can heat their homes during the brutal winters. God, especially in
As
like
well as make them
Siberia.
buck.
Yeah, and
All
it'll
right.
make money while you're at it. Yeah, it's like, well, contrary to popular belief, the Russian Federation is not actually an authoritative state. The big issue is they have problems with their pretty much just election switch offs, where it's either Putin and some other guy that switch off with each other for a while. But Putin just said, let's just get rid of that illusion. It's me. And so, but they are a capitalist state now. And so it does make sense that it's like, as one of the primary like capitalist now peers, former rivals with the U.S. and everything, it's like this does kind of fall in line with Russia, and there has been a lot of things over the years, especially initially after the Soviet Union collapsed, that it's like Russia had a little bit too much unfettered capitalism going on.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but I don't know. This to me, this does kind of make sense, and it is different. It is different than China, which is an authoritative state, and the reason why China bans crypto is because they see it as like
A
an opposite
threat.
threat to, yes, exactly, a threat to their control. Thank you. As opposed to Putin, who doesn't necessarily, because money already free flows in Russia, so another form of money free flowing in Russia isn't exactly going to pose a threat, as opposed to China, where the money isn't as free flowing, and the country wants further control of the digital yuan. I could go on and on.
Yeah. No. Yeah. This is should be just about what you would hope for on that part, because when it comes to taxes, it's sadly one of those necessary evils to make the world go round.
Taxation is
And
theft, though.
like I said, the necessary evil on that part.
Taxation is theft.
I'm not denying it. And if other industries have to pay their share for either growing crops or harvesting materials or selling things on that part, then it makes sense that the crypto industry has to do the same as well. Just catching them up with that. Olander says nothing against lib right. Auth left is at least honest with being dumb. I have some not nice words about auth rights.
Fair enough. Yeah. Just whatever. Yeah, it's like whatever political leaning you might be doesn't really matter. We're just having an open discussion about how this government falls and whatnot. And
Yeah. And
Ty Lamb's confirmed going to die in a shootout with the IRS.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. If you die in a shootout with the IRS, who am I going to die in a shootout with?
The ATF.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway. Yeah. So I think it's like you're trying to see it as being competitive, at this point. If you're Putin, you got to be competitive with the U.S. You got to be competitive with other countries that are more friendly to crypto. And yeah, you can really see just like how organizations like the EU that favor a more centralized nature are going to not be so kind to crypto because, again, it threatens power, it threatens their regulation and everything. And, there is a happy medium to exist, as we see in the US, as we see, possibly we'll see in Russia now. So,
Yeah. The ATF walks up to my door, knocks on it, I answer. Hey, are those downloaded guns you got there? Hey, are those level 4 plates?
you downloaded guns?
No comments.
Okay.
Oh, Scarlet. Yeah, she's curled up on the bed. Yeah, my parents are out of town for the weekend, so Scarlet feels rather lonely.
Oh.
But no, it's an interesting take from Putin on that part.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it thaws up some land so you get some planting stuff up there.
Maybe, yeah. It's like how to warm the climate in Siberia.
Exactly.
Really quick,
Think
as
about
an
it.
aside, speaking of leading indicators of a crypto mining farm, do you wanna mention
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. So just a random article I found. It's not long enough to talk about, but just the story is funny. So there was a raid on a like an illegal marijuana farm in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where or what agency did it, but it was hilarious because they did the raid and they also they also found a crypto mining farm set up there, hidden as well, hidden like more so than the marijuana farm. It was just like, what the hell is going on?
It's like seriously?
Oh yes, Linus is in the background of my setup. I got a Linus pillow, and his eyes are currently red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only I just had to legalize the fucking flowers. Hashtag legalize more. Yeah. All right, there we go. But yeah, it was a funny little story I found, so
Yeah.
thought it'd be
All right.
funny to bring up.
Yeah.
Just like such opposite things.
I
It's
know.
like,
It's
why?
like I think your
Like at
priorities
least
might be a little bit offy. Yeah.
it's like, yeah, it's like if you're gonna set up to like a crypto farm, at least like do it somewhere that illegal activity is not happening.
Right,
Because
exactly.
that's just gonna get seized as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds like a good time.
What a little entrepreneur house.
Right?
Yeah.
Very
I appreciate the
very
spirit.
productive.
I appreciate the spirit.
Very productive.
Yeah. All right. So, do you know what isn't productive?
I don't want to
Drawing
say.
stupid pictures of monkeys and having them legally minted as NFTs.
Can we mint waifus?
Right.
At least they're like they would be interesting to look at.
Right. Exactly. All right. What about YouTube NFTs, Matt?
Uh,
What about YouTube NFTs?
okay, before we dive into this, I on our Twitter recently, I posted a take. It's like I hate the fact that they're using the hexagon to indicate when you have an NFT profile pic. Because we have a hexagon for our logo.
That's just our
I can't-
natural logo. That's how it was designed.
And I can't wait to get made fun of.
Right? Anyway, we had it first. Screen cap it.
Screen cap it.
Yeah.
Did you want me to read this?
I already have the part pulled up and everything to
Okay.
yeah, just
Yeah,
because
go-
I'm not gonna read
go
the whole
for it.
thing because it's a huge like letter thing. So Susan Susan Dubs. Anyway,
Susan Wojcicki.
Wojcicki. All right, Susan
Yeah.
Wojcicki, the head of YouTube and whatnot, and responsible for everyone's problems on the platform, does annual letters to the YouTube community. And in this year's annual letter, don't touch shit about my yogurt guy NFT. Oh God.
Lord save us.
Yeah. Um. Anyway, in her annual letter to the YouTube creator community and whatnot, she has a section talking about how creators might be able to monetize some more. And if Linus wants more money, maybe this is a section he should read. Anyway, she suggests NFTs, so let's read the little blurb here. The effects of this growth are felt all around the world. For example, YouTube channels in South Korea last month earned over 50% more revenue from channel memberships compared to December 2020, which, shameless plug, if you want to become a member of our channel for a nominal fee of $4.99 a month that supports us pretty much directly, go ahead and sign up. You get some cool chat goodies, and you help us out quite a bit. Anyway, this includes
And what did you say on the last part?
helps us out quite a bit.
Okay, I heard something else completely different. I was like, did I just have a stroke?
I think you might have.
Hashtag sharehodlers. That's what the members are known as.
Yeah.
Sharehodlers.
Yeah.
Because this is totally not an investment stream.
Yeah. My profile pic is of Herbert West from the 1985 B horror movie classic Reanimator, and I feel sorry for the hexagon profile pics now. That is true. Okay.
Yeah.
This includes, back to the article, this includes creator and teacher Hwang Kyun Peel, whose Korean history channel offers channel memberships, special videos, news, and lectures. Last year, Hwang grew his number of channel members to over 10,000, an increase of more than 500%. Damn, he's doing numbers. All right.
That's impressive.
Yeah. We're also excited about opportunities in areas like podcasting, which enable creators to monetize and expand the reach of their distribution. As podcast usage continues to grow, we expect it to be an integral part of the creator economy. That's great, Susan. Now make it so that if you do a podcast live stream every week, it doesn't affect like visibility of the rest of the channel in a negative way.
Is that what happens when we do this?
Supposedly, it depends. Jay's 2 cents things like seems to think so. It at least doesn't, like, the live stream at least doesn't count towards, like, a video upload. So,
Yeah,
that we
they have
know.
it in a live section. It's
Yeah, that we
considered
know.
something separate. I'm aware of that much.
Mhm.
I've talked to a lot of creators, and I didn't know that. Like, I'm on a Discord with like different creators and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've never heard this mentioned in terms of like impact, in terms of like or reach.
Okay. Yeah, that's why it's Jay's 2 cents, the tech channel. He talked about that possibly being a thing when he was stopping his podcast after a few weeks. So, yeah.
Well,
Who knows? Not even Google knows how the algorithm works anymore.
you're not wrong.
So,
And
anyway.
that's sad.
Yeah. And that is actual congressional testimony. Finishing the article here. What's up?
That's so sad.
Yeah. Finishing the article here, the point that's relevant, we're also looking further ahead to the future and have been following everything happening in Web3 as a source of inspiration to continue innovating on YouTube. The past year in the world of crypto, non-fungible tokens, i.e. NFTs, try funging these nuts. Got 'em. And even decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, has highlighted a previously unimaginable opportunity to grow the connection between creators and their fans. We're always focused on expanding the YouTube ecosystem to help creators capitalize on emerging technologies, including things like NFTs, while continuing to strengthen and enhance the experiences creators and fans have on YouTube. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's the relevant part of the article. So YouTube is considering NFTs.
How would they implement it
I would almost imagine
in a meaningful and relevant way outside?
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I don't know how it would be meaningful or relevant. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know,
Okay.
man. I'm done
Yeah.
with NFTs.
Let's go on record right now and say Ted for Thought will never mint NFTs. Do we agree to that? Yeah.
I think I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We will never sell you guys JPEGs of a monkey, okay?
Yeah. It's just weird. It's like I'll start considering them relevant when they actually hold some meaning in the court of law.
If I can buy a pizza with an NFT, then
Not even then.
okay.
It's like you could like there's one of the most famous stories about Bitcoin is one of the first purchases was buying a pizza
Yes,
with
I know.
10,000 Bitcoin.
I
So
know.
it's like even for that much, I want to consider it relevant.
Yeah. Never say never. I don't know, man.
YouTube. Oleander says, YouTube, please no. You already have other shit on your plate. Don't overeat. Bro, YouTube is already a net loss for Google, so it's really anything to make it a profit would be they'd most likely do it.
Quantum says,
Uh,
fuck, now I want a TFT monkey. Damn it.
you have one right there. It's the mad emoji.
Yeah.
All right.
Everyone and their dog is getting into NFTs.
And I also hate NFTs as well for a fact that they're very commonly used to steal other people's art.
Yeah, that is true. So,
And it's very much a dick move.
Yeah. I hate this part of Web3. I hate this part of crypto, NFTs.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway, maybe in another few years, the actual potential of the technology will be better realized.
I think that I honestly like maybe yes, but the wrong wrong people have already gotten a hold of it, so it's started off on the wrong foot. I don't know if it's gonna be able to recover in a meaningful way.
Yeah, I don't get
outside
NFTs.
outside
It's
of just
stupid as
like
hell.
big tech companies shoving it down your throat.
Yeah, it's like Facebook and the
I don't
metaverse.
I don't get NFTs. It's stupid as hell. I made a video on that if you do want to go and see it.
Go ahead and check it out. All
I
right.
don't get them either.
Yeah. All right. So, right. Speaking of crypto and metaverses and everything, would you like to live in a world with doges, lots of virtual doges frolicking around the beach and the hills?
That sounds wonderful.
Right? It's going to be NFT and crypto bullshit again. Let's talk about it.
We are not a. It's like this is the hard part about certain news because you hit those dips and just like there's nothing else going on. So
Let's talk about crypto for a bit, huh?
we have been talking about crypto for a bit.
Okay. This is coming to us from WCCF Tech. With Metaverse expected to create an $8 trillion addressable market, that's way too high. The Shiba Inu community, as in the SHIB cryptocurrency, which is an alternate coin similar to Ethereum and like Dogecoin and whatnot. Yeah, and it is actually a legit coin. It's actually fairly huge. I think it's like fourth or so right now in terms of crypto. So it is actually a legit coin.
I'll look it up real quick.
It's less of a meme coin than Doge, but equally as cute. The Shiba Inu coin community is delving in with its SHIBAVERSE initiative. Let's see. Shiba Inu.
Shiba Art Online.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, who said that? It hasn't popped up for me.
No, I just said that. I came up with it.
Yeah.
That was an original. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Okay. Yes. NFT metaverse will be a hellish landscape filled with horrors beyond our realm of comprehension. That is correct. Ah, yes, man-made horrors beyond my comprehension.
Ah, sweet.
A schizo thread.
Where are you? Shiba Inu coin.
Shiba Inu, a meme coin that ended up as one of the best performing assets in 2021, is looking beyond the ongoing carnage in the entire cryptosphere by launching a major new community-driven initiative. Shiba Inu is often dubbed a quote-unquote a shitcoin for its lack of utility and gargantuan circulating supply.
Yeah,
Why do I get the feeling that Crypto Land is the neighbor of Shiba Land? Well, you see, in Crypto Land, you don't have cute doges running around like you do in Shiba Land, okay?
Yeah.
Nonetheless, ever since Ethereum CEO Vitalik Buterin...
It's ranked 15th.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Market cap 12 billion.
Jesus. Ever since Ethereum CEO Vitalik Buterin burnt nearly 500 trillion SHIB coins, the nascent crypto project has been exploring new use cases, branching into gaming, and now the metaverse. This is somewhat similar to the fabled alchemists of old who would purportedly create gold and other precious metals out of mundane elements. It is for this reason that Shiba Inu constitutes such a captivating case study, as its very existence and retention of some value is a testament to the transformative nature of the entire crypto arena. What the fuck did I just read?
It was kind of lit, not gonna lie.
I know.
That was lit as fuck.
All right.
Who wrote this? It's baller shit. What's their name?
Rohil Salim.
Okay.
All right.
Like it.
Yeah. What is the Shiba Inu linked Shibaverse? Readers should note that the SHIBAVERSE project, read the white paper here, is not officially associated with Shiba Inu developers. Instead, the project is being spearheaded by 3 individuals from the Shiba Inu community. The project will create virtual districts that correspond to Shiba Inu's foundational elements, including the token's bespoke DEX Shiba Swap, its native blockchain Shibarium, and the token's decentralized marketplace ShibaNet. It aims to expand the interest in the fledgling Shiba Inu community, as well as create an interactive education platform via Shiba Academy and Shiba Studio. The SHIBAVERSE will be powered by the ERC20 Verse token that will have an initial supply of 1 billion coins. The native coin will be used to purchase real estate or rent commercial space in the SHIBAVERSE, buy special edition Shiba NFTs, land freelance jobs, and power play-to-earn initiatives. The Foundation universe makes more sense than this. That is true.
It's so dumb.
Everywhere I look, I am surrounded by doges. Look, it's so adorable. It's so cute.
It's so dumb, bro.
It's so cute. Look at that.
I know it's cute.
He's so
but
cute.
It's fucking retarded.
Look at the little doge. Anyway.
I don't know, man. I'm not feeling confident about this plan.
The hell
Same
is
cut
the
losses
Shiba
to get out.
Inu's fundamental elements? Well, you got 4 paws, a cute little tail that curls
Earth,
around. Yeah.
Wind, water, fire.
Carbon, pretty essential. SHIBAVERSE is not officially affiliated with the Shiba Inu project. This is a material deficiency that introduces sizable risks around this metaverse offering. Nonetheless, it can spark interest in the wider Shiba Inu ecosystem, thereby creating material utility in the process. In a major risk mitigating move, the developers have apparently locked the liquidity pool tokens, officially known as the Shiba Swap LP tokens, by burning them. Shiba Inu enthusiasts should check out this metaverse offering, but remain on the lookout for any red flags. And yeah, it seems Shiba Inu is launching its own official metaverse platform dubbed the SHIBAVERSE. There are so many words that I've just said within the past 5 minutes that I'm really not entirely sure I know what they
You
mean.
feel like you have a stroke?
I feel like Is this what boomers feel like? Is this what? No, I'm serious. Is this what boomers feel like? You just like read this just like vomit of words that apparently make sense, but you have no idea what they mean. I'm gonna make my own golden retriever coin. All right, I like it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna make my own Chloe coin.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's bro, I have no words for this.
I don't.
What like
I barely even understand what the metaverse is like in the separate connotation that Facebook wants to use.
okay.
I feel like I took acid and watched The Social Network. I know it's like the metaverse is essentially like VR chat, but Facebook, but from Facebook. But also like the metaverse as a concept is like any sort of like online space with a community. So I would describe it almost as like an MMO, basically, like just like less gamified MMO, like a virtual interactive space.
It's basically just VR chat, except worse.
Okay, yeah, okay. So I at least know what that means, but
Is tech just evolving too fast?
I think so.
Is the Matrix just folding too much?
Yeah, I barely figured out what Web3 meant. It just happened to be like a throwaway comment on /G that educated me. Web3 is just essentially like websites interacting with your crypto wallet. So that's literally all just Web3 is like crypto integration into a website like that. So yeah.
You excited?
I'll see you in the SHIBAVERSE.
I'll see you in the SHIBAVERSE.
Zoomers rise up. I feel like I took acid and watched The Social Network. Pretty much, like I don't even know how to begin to process. Can we get a Starlet coin? Can we get a Starlet coin?
Scarlet coin?
Yeah.
Or Scarlet coin?
Yes.
Sorry, dog. You're just leaving.
Okay.
It's like a little mini retriever, so
right? Yeah.
they face the retriever coin.
The metaverse is a ploy by Facebook to trick boomers into buying expensive VR kits to let them virtually shop at Walmart.
That's also true. Pupper confirmed best streamer. Facts, bro.
If it makes you feel better as someone who
Best
cussed on being a
streamer.
millennial and a zoomer, I don't understand crypto. And hi, Pupper. Pupper confirmed best streamer. Yeah. I have seen pictures of like the metaverse, like virtual Walmart, and if I ever had to like describe what hell looks like, I would probably
It
put a
would be
picture of
sad.
that right next to it.
Can we also get the robots walking around telling us like where to find things?
Right? Exactly.
Scarlett, how many circles are you gonna do?
What would be the term for like a metaverse wagey? Like someone that works at the metaverse Walmart.
Like cryptgy? I don't know.
Okay.
Like you
Yeah.
crypto? I don't know.
Yeah. All right.
A magey, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's so dystopian.
I hate
Is
the
this what Orwell was talking about?
I don't even think in Orwell's wildest dreams he should have predicted this one.
Yeah, you're right on that.
Yeah. Neither in Huxley's either. Because at least like I don't think they. It's like Orwell and Huxley both never really had the concept of like immersive like compute spaces like that. So.
Please go back in frame, Scarlett. I'm sorry.
So yeah. Well, now imagine if you were hired by Walmart to work in the metaverse as a greeter.
I think that's an official low.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What does he say?
I think an Aldous Huxley on Mescaline would be like WTF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, how about we go to something we can actually understand and comprehend? Let's talk about
Is it just that we're not like social media people, so we don't understand like Facebook's whole shtick?
maybe I don't know. It's just like Facebook seems really dumb in the first place to us, so maybe that's why we
Very
don't get
boomer.
it. Yeah. Very boomer.
Oh, my bad. Meta.
Okay. And yes, Huxley's very okay with tripping balls. Yes. Many
I believe it.
yeah. Many of the old authors were very into psychedelics and drugs. That's how Stephen King did most of his work, was binging alcohol, cocaine, and cigarettes. At least most of his
Not
best
in that
work.
specific order.
Yeah, at least most of his best work. But yeah. All right. So how about we get back to talking about tech that we actually understand with words we can comprehend? Do you want to go ahead and read?
Return to normalcy.
Yeah, read this one.
Yeah. So brought to us by Ars Technica, the European court overturns 12-year-old 1.06 billion euro fine against Intel. So sometimes the wheels of justice turn very a 6 billion fine or a 1.2 billion dollars in US.
You are being sucked into the void.
Of course I am.
Yes.
Of course I am. Is it good enough to understand, or
You're gonna have to start over. Hello.
Yeah, fuck, you do it.
Okay.
You do it. I apparently can't.
Okay. Sometimes it's funny. It's like as soon as you start rating, like you telling me you do it came through perfectly clear. As soon as you start rating, it would
It's
just
like
be.
the ISP is watching what I'm doing and like, oh, he's starting to do something interesting. Flip the switch.
All right, I'm just fucking around with this cable here. Here we go. All right. Sometimes the wheels of justice turn very slowly. A 1.06 billion, i.e. 1.2 billion USD in money that actually matters, fine levied against Intel back in 2009 by the European Commission has been wiped out. In a press release announcing the ruling handed down on Wednesday morning, the General Court of the EU said the financial assumption underlying the fine was based on faulty economic analysis. The European Commission's analysis is incomplete and does not make it possible to establish the requisite legal standard that the rebates at issue were capable of having or likely to have anti-competitive effects, the court noted. The rebates at issue are part of a program run by Intel between 2002 and 2007. The chipmaker had offered rebates to OEMs that used Intel CPUs in at least 80% of their desktops. In one instance, Intel was found to have paid a manufacturer to delay shipment of AMD desktops, in turn hampering the ability of enterprise customers to buy AMD boxes, which AMD between 2002 and 2007 wasn't exactly hot shit. Another OEM turned down an offer of 1 million free CPUs from AMD so to continue receiving rebates from Intel. The European court found that while Intel's market dominance wasn't a problem on its own, essentially paying its customers to not build AMD machines was. In its initial appeal, Intel argued that the massive fine violated its human rights. The EU's General Court was unimpressed by that line of reasoning, rejecting the appeal in 2014. What?
I'm sorry, Intel's not a human.
Shut up, brand.
Pretty much.
Brands don't have rights. Anyway, the CPU maker then changed tack, arguing that the underlying economic analysis was faulty, resulting in today's verdict 12 years later. The ruling could be a hopeful sign for other tech giants that have found themselves in the European court's legal crosshairs. Google parent company Alphabet recently lost a 2.7 billion USD fine for unlawfully integrating Google Shopping with its search product, but it will no doubt point to this ruling as the case moves to the European Court of Justice, the highest court in the European Union land. I understood a lot more of that than I did any given point in the last article about the SHIBAVERSE.
Yes. I actually understood words.
Yes.
Okay, so real quick. Do you think Intel should pay the fine?
No.
Why?
I think what they did was fine. I don't know.
You don't think it was anti-competitive?
I think it was anti-competitive, but I don't think it's worth a fine.
Sorry, one's out.
Yeah, no problem.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, I think I would be on the other side here. I think Intel was displaying very obvious anti-competitive behaviors and was trying to pretty much destroy their only competition in the market.
Okay, so actually, let me rephrase. I should say that's like, I do agree with you that it was anti-competitive towards AMD and whatnot. However, I agree that the logic the European court was applying was faulty in terms of the analysis that they used to apply the fine.
That's also true.
Yeah, so that's kind of my take on it. I think it's just like, I think it's good that it's like, so basically, is what I would conjecture to guess is basically that it's like the EU court had some expert that started arguing it's like, okay, if Intel continues this behavior, they'll be market dominant and whatnot by XYZ or whatever. And it's like, that was not necessarily a good thing to base a ruling off of or to permit as testimony, because of course the state-sponsored witness is going to be biased towards the state, or the state-sponsored expert is going to be give testimony biased towards the state and everything in favor against Intel. So in that legal sense, it like, I'm okay with it in the sense that it's like some faulty testimony like that didn't essentially.
Yeah, I'll agree on that point. I do think that the way the case was presented and on that front was very, like words, terrible. I still think that Intel should have been punished for the behavior, though.
Yes, they should have. Although it's like, again, I do agree that it's like
court of law gives it in favor of Intel.
Yeah, it's like the legal system should have better argued against Intel in order for the fine to go through. So it's a failure on the legal system parts for the EU. Yeah,
which not surprising.
Implying Europe has laws.
Oh, Europe has many laws.
I know.
EU enforces many laws.
Yeah.
There are a surprising amount of laws on pillows.
I know. It's stupid.
Yeah.
At least I don't feel like I'm watching The Social Network on LSD. Good job for being comprehensible compared to the metaverse/SHIBAVERSE. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that made a lot more sense, that last article.
It did. But at least AMD was able to bounce back after all that, because Intel was in a prime position to just crush them.
Yes, and then Intel proceeded to shit the bed for like 5 years.
Yeah, well, now it's out. At what point would you consider them shitting the bed?
Starting with maybe Skylake.
I wouldn't say Skylake, because Skylake was good.
I'd say Skylake onwards. So Skylake was good, but then after that, all the
Yeah.
lights after that.
So basically 7th gen moving forward.
Yes. Let's go
Okay,
with that.
I'd agree with that.
7th gen moving forward, and I think they've just now picked up things with the 12th gen.
They're still using the lake stuff though.
I know. I'm just saying. It's like at least the gains have been much more.
Yeah.
Have been better because
They've
they've started
worked it.
backporting the processes, the 10 nanometer process back to 14. So
Yeah. They've done better this generation. I still think they have a lot of ways to go. But yes, I would agree on that front at least.
Yeah.
To be fair, that was when the stuff was occurring for like scale. Like that's been like basically 2017 moving forward. So basically the past 5 years.
Mhm.
This stuff was happening back mid 2000s.
right, and AMD had like their FX processors and whatnot going then, and still, I don't know, FX says everything wasn't great in the first place, and it did really overstay their welcome just because there was such a gap between the last FX and then Ryzen.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. When was Bulldozer?
2010.
Because that was like, yeah, it was like that was kind of like AMD hit a peak in terms of that era.
Yeah. So anyway, all right.
But yeah, neat.
Yeah.
Uh, legal stuff. Yay!
Yeah. At least that's a lot more structured than the Shibaverse.
And as well as the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give them that.
Hmm.
I don't really have much any other thoughts on this.
Same. So are there any other topics you want to bring up around the water cooler?
The only topic I would have brought up was earlier about about the rate of the marijuana farm discovering crypto.
Yeah.
Just crypto farms. Apparently, it's dual purpose.
Right?
One way to keep the plants warm.
Mm-hmm. Very efficient.
Yes. Miondo says, which is better, AMD or NVIDIA? On what use case?
Assuming for GPUs.
Well, I know GPUs,
Yeah.
but like, what do you plan on using it for? Gaming, like, more, like creative aspects in terms of like rendering stuff, or like it depends. But in general, that's kind of a tough one right now, honestly.
Yeah.
It
Depends on the.
also depends on the price point you're going in at.
Yeah, it depends on the price point you want to hit. On the low end, I would definitely opt for a 3050 over a 6500 XT.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can find one, I would between those two, it'd be definitely go for the 3050,
Mhm.
which is weird to recommend a 50 card.
Yeah, it is, but you can take what you can get right now, I guess. I don't know.
$250, my man. $250 for one of those bad boys.
Yeah. All right. So while waiting on any sort of possible response, let's go ahead and get the concluding housekeeping stuff out of the way. If you'd like to follow us on Twitter, do so at tech_for_thought, Instagram at tech_for_thought, and make sure you check out the rest of our YouTube channel where we try to upload videos twice a week. Hit the like button on whatever you watch, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when we upload, leave a comment, that helps us out a lot, and we try to reply to everything to help generate a discussion.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course,
Helps that algorithm.
Yeah, and of course, this has been the podcast, Pass the Salt, which you can find recorded live every Saturday at 1 p.m. Arizona time.
Roughly,
yeah.
So we tend to hit or miss that mark a little bit.
Yeah.
When we move in, we'll be better about that.
Yes, definitely. All right.
Membership.
Oh, yes. And if you'd like to more directly support us, then for a nominal fee of $4.99 a month that we get a partial cut of from YouTube, you can support us by becoming a member. And that unlocks emojis to use in your chat, as you might have seen displayed throughout the stream, as well as a special little membership icon badge next to your name, and which only improves over time. So if that's something you'd like to consider doing, we would appreciate that a lot.
All right. Taylor, where can the good people find you on the internet?
My personal Twitter is at Infurious7809. That's at INFERIUS7809. Mostly anime stuff over there. How about you?
Me, you can find me at Filmed by G-Man, which I don't really use too often. I should honestly try to be more present or be aware of stuff on social media just to learn more about that stuff. But that also requires me willing to sacrifice my sanity.
Yeah, that is true.
That's something I'm not sure I'm willing to delve into.
Yeah. And okay, to just more comprehensively answer the question for AMD or NVIDIA for the GPU space, while it does depend on the price point, generally NVIDIA is going to offer better value at any given price point. However, there are some in-between price points where AMD has a better niche. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, Nvidia definitely on the low end right now. Mid end is more of a toss up,
hmm
although I would say more. Uh,
Mid-end is closer to like what you can find.
yeah, that's definitely what you can find. And if you really want something baller, basically anything high end is fair game.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to go crazy, in terms of just raw performance, you could go AMD in the 6900 XT because you could get the smart access memory system if you have an AMD CPU and get a little bit of extra performance out of that.
hmm Or if you have an Intel CPU, NVIDIA.
I don't know if they released that feature yet.
No, but I'm just saying it's like you wouldn't get like
Yeah,
you wouldn't hold it back because of not having that feature.
yeah, but yeah, that's if you really wanted to like min max something. But I mean, outside the bottom end, anything mid or up is basically fair game.
Yeah, just whatever you can find. So, anyway,
So it's surprising to say after all this time that it's a competitive market on that front.
right? It's
Feels
awesome.
good, man.
Feels good,
Can't
man.
wait. Can't wait till Intel does release their stuff.
Yeah, and then
Can't come soon enough.
things will really get insane.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Can't wait to cover that.
Anyway,
But
thank
yeah,
you all so much for watching.
yep.
Or, I'm sorry, we're gonna say something.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
I was gonna say, just thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate
And-
always Oleander tuning in, our valued share hodlers.
Yes, and we will see you guys in the next one.
See ya.